Good morning, dear students. Today we are starting with the thyroid hormone as a continuation of the thyroid gland. Today we will discuss the regulation of thyroid hormone, mechanism of action of thyroid hormone, and physiological actions. And if time permits, we will discuss the applied aspect of the thyroid hormone, such as hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism. Regulation of thyroid hormones is mainly by the feedback control mechanisms. Hypothalamus secretes the thyroid releasing hormones which stimulate the thyroid of the anterior pituitary, which secrete the thyroid stimulating hormones. Thyroid stimulating hormone stimulates the thyroid gland to secrete T3 and T4. The plasma concentration of T3 and T4 provides feedback signal for regulatory release of thyroid releasing hormone and thyroid stimulating hormone. So it mainly controls with the feedback mechanisms. Thus, concentration of the thyroid stimulating hormone TSH is a better index of thyroid activity. So if we want to know about the status of the thyroid gland or thyroid hormones, we are doing the TSH level. Dopamine, somatostatin, and glucocorticoid also inhibit the TSH secretion from the anterior pituitary. What is the mechanism of action? Mechanism of action is similar to the steroid hormones. We will discuss later how the steroid hormone act. They act by binding with the intracellular receptors, with the few exceptions like adult brain. They do not have a and gonads. They do not have a receptors on adult brain and gonads. Mechanism of action: T3 T4 enters the cell by target organ of the target organ by carrier mediated or energy dependent transport. Inside the cell, T4 is converted into the T3, which is active thyroid hormone, and attached to the thyroid receptors. And after the binding the T3 to the thyroid hormone receptor element, the translation of the DNA that is done increase the transcription of mRNA. And these mRNA cause increased intracellular protein synthesis that stimulate the cellular growth and maturation, increase cellular enzyme synthesis, increase mitochondrial formation and respiratory enzyme synthesis, increase sodium potassium ATPase activities. These activity increases causing the cellular oxygen consumption increases and increase the mitochondrial activity, increase the general metabolism of the cell. With this help of this flow diagram, you can understand better. T4 is enter in the cell, target cell by the carrier mediated transport or energy dependent transport. Later on, this T4 is converted into the T3, and this T3 is attached in the nucleus receptor, thyroid element receptors present on the nucleus membrane, and go and attach with the DNA and produce a RNA polymerase, or we can say produce a mRNA by the transcription. And this mRNA, with the help of translation, produce a different kind of the proteins, and these proteins control the physiological action of the body. So what are the different kinds of the actions produced by the thyroid hormones? Here you can say T4 enter in the cell in the converted into the T3, and this T3 is attached with the TRE, thyroid receptor, thyroid hormone receptor element, and this produce a transcription DNA, mRNA. So mechanism, here we can revise the mechanism. And what are the different functions, actions of the thyroid hormone? One is growth hormone. It is act on growth, produce a growth formation and bond formation. It also having a function on CNS, causing the maturation of the CNS. It main action on the BMR, basal metabolic rate, increase the oxygen consumption, heat production, increase BMR, and increase sodium potassium activity. So we call calorigenic or thermogenic hormone to the thyroid hormones. It also acts significantly on the cardiovascular system, produce the cardiac output by increasing the heart rate and increasing the stroke volume, and by decreasing the afterload. and it also causing the sweating and ventilation. In metabolism, it have a tremendous effects on the metabolism by increase the glucose absorption, increase glycogenesis, glycolysis, and gluconeogenesis, lipolysis, lipogenesis, and protein synthesis and degradation of the proteins. So these are the major outline of the thyroid hormone actions. We will discuss one by one. That the thyroid hormones are also called calorigenic hormones or thermogenic actions because they increase the body metabolism so that they increase the nitrogen excretion from the body. Therefore, increase the food intake should be associated with the hypermetabolic state to prevent catabolism of endogenous protein and fat. The significantly weight loss occurs promptly in the increased thyroid activity without adequate nutrition supplement. Increased metabolism causing the increased body temperature. So hyperthyroidism ke patients have a increased body temperature. This causes the vasodilation, so decrease peripheral resistance, so decrease the diastolic blood pressure, consequently change in the hemodynamics. So they increase the hemodynamic changes occur in the hemodynamics. What are the effects on the nervous system? They control the growth of cerebral, cerebellar, and basal ganglia neurons, proliferation of axon and branching of the dendrites, development of the synaptic, different kind of the synaptic connections. Thyroid hormone induce formation of enzymes essential for the neurotransmitters. They also help in the synthesis of the neurotransmitters like dopamine, dopamine, and other acetylcholine. These are the neurotransmitters. Increase in the number of the receptors on different brain tissues for the various neurotransmitters in the brain. They increase the receptors for the acetylcholine, dopamine, and other neurotransmitters. They help in myelination of the neurons, cell migration during the brain development, and general alertness and the responsiveness to various stimuli. Speed and amplitude of stress reflexes. They also control the memory, learning, and intellectual capability of the human beings. The thyroid hormones are the essential for the development of the CNS, especially during the infancy and early childhood. This is very important. Development of the brain occurs maximally in the last 6 months of the fetal life and the first 6 months of the postnatal life. During this period, thyroid hormone initiate and facilitate the process of the differentiation and maturation of the brain cells. This is very important for differentiation and maturation of the brain cells. And if there is a deficiency of the thyroid hormone during the infancy, result in irreversible retardation in the CNS development. So CNS development later on cannot occur. That is why thyroid deficiency in the newborn should be detected early and treated promptly. Otherwise, brain development will not occur. Cerebral blood flow, glucose and oxygen utilization by the brain remains normal in adult hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. So this is very surprising that the thyroid hormones having no specific role in adult brain. This is very surprising. And there is an effect on growth and development. Thyroid hormone is essential for growth and skeletal muscle development and maturation. Thyroid hormone promote expression of the gene of thyroid growth hormones in the somatotrophs of anterior pituitary. They stimulate linear growth of bones and endochondral ossification and maturation of epiphyseal bone centers. They enhance the activity of chondrocytes in cartilage and they increase osteoid activity and bone remodeling. So, thyroid hormone is mainly associated with the growth hormone for producing a good bone. In hypothyroidism state, bone growth is slowed and epiphyseal closure is delayed. So, the person is dwarf. Because bone linear growth will affected in the hypothyroidism children's. Cardiovascular effects, they increase the heart rate. Thyroid hormone increase heart rate in myocardial activity and also increase so that they increase the cardiac output. Heart rate increased by the increasing in the beta receptors on the nodal tissues. This increase the sensitivity of the beta receptor for the catecholamines. So the tachycardia is the main feature of hyperthyroidism. Myocardial contractility, because of the thyroid hormone, induce the myosin heavy chain expression in the cardiac muscle, and also increase the calcium ATPase activity of the cardiac muscle, which facilitates sequestration of the calcium. All these factors increase the force of contraction and turn increase the stroke volume. So you all know that heart rate and heart rate and stroke volume multiply करने से cardiac output आ जाता है. Cardiac output is mainly depend on the stroke volume and heart rate. So if stroke volume increases, cardiac output increases. If heart rate increases, cardiac output increases. And next, effect on systolic blood pressure significantly increases the systolic blood pressure by increasing the cardiac output. Diastolic blood pressure is significantly decrease the diastolic blood pressure because of the thermogenic cutaneous vasodilation and decreased peripheral resistance. So direct effect you can see, indirect effect you can see. Direct effect on the beta receptor causing tachycardia, increase the cardiac output. Direct effect on the myosin head chain, beta receptors and G proteins, sarcoplasmic calcium ATPase activity causing the increased myocardial activity, and increased stroke volume causing the increased cardiac output. And the effect on different metabolism, like effect on glucose metabolism, is increase the absorption of the glucose from the intestine. Fat metabolism is causing the lipolysis. Protein metabolism is causing the proteolysis in the skeletal muscle, increase the release of amino acid and increase the protein turnover by the promoting protein degradation. So it helps in protein degradation and protein synthesis both. On metabolic action of the other hormones, potentiate the metabolic actions of the catecholamines, glucagon, cortisol, and growth hormones, especially their gluconeogenic and lipolytic effects. Effect on sympathetic nervous system. The thyroid hormone increase the rate of metabolism, heat production, heart rate, and neuromuscular functions. They are features similar to the sympathetic stimulation. On the respiratory system, thyroid hormone increases oxygen utilization of the tissue, thus increase the oxygen demand. Thyroxine meets this demand by stimulating the respiratory rate, minute ventilation, and ventilatory response to the hypercapnia and hypoxia. Thus, arterial PO2 increases the supply of oxygen to tissue. Thyroid hormone also stimulates the erythropoiesis by increasing the synthesis of the erythropoietin. Thus, increase the hemoglobin level, so increase the oxygen supply to the body. It also affects on GIT system, enhance the motility of GIT. Therefore, hyperdefecation is a feature of hyperthyroidism, while the constipation is a feature of hypothyroidism. So we can always ask of the hypothyroidism person that you have a constipation. Thyroid hormone also increases appetite and food intake and reabsorption of the glucose from the GIT. The effect on skeletal muscle. Therefore, hypothyroidism associated with the muscle cramp and muscle weakness, while the hyperthyroidism is affected with the toxic myopathy. Effect on reproductive system. It has a tremendous role on regulation of the reproductive function, both male and female. In women, they cause follicular maturation and ovulation. If there is a hypothyroidism condition, so there is an irregularity of the menstrual cycles, menorrhagia and oligomenorrhea may be seen. Males, they promote the spermatogenesis. E3 promotes the pubertal testicular Sertoli cells. An effect on the kidney, they increase the kidney size and promote growth of renal tubular epithelial cells. They increase the renal blood flow and the GFR, and also increase the tubular reabsorption of the electrolytes, glucogen. So this is summary of the thyroid functions. Thank you. We stop today only here.